The tears we shed for them were not worth it. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 TV character deaths that hurt the show.
I am not letting you die. There's nothing you can do now.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at shows that decided to kill off characters and ended up killing some of their own momentum in the process. This doesn't mean that these series suddenly became awful, but we couldn't help but feel like something was missing. Obviously, it's impossible to discuss these moments without getting into specifics, so spoilers will be included.
Are you ready?
No. But go ahead.
Number 10. Sun and Jin, Lost.
Son?
ABC's complicated series didn't hesitate to kill off beloved characters, so this one was far from a surprise. Spending eons apart before finally reuniting in season 6, the couple ended up stuck in the sinking Dharma submarine. As the vessel filled with water, Jin decided to drown alongside his trapped wife, repeating that he will never leave her alone again.
Please go!
I won't leave you.
Admittedly, this tragic moment did lead well into the series finale, but it killed off two of the only remaining major characters. As the couple was still part of the alternative timeline, this felt like a cheap attempt to tug at our heartstrings. Plus, did Jin forget that he had a daughter waiting for him?
I love you, son.
I love you.
Number 9. The Mother, How I Met Your Mother.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Some deaths are so stupid or unnecessary that they retroactively hurt the entire show. Following a rather subpar season, the finale of How I Met Your Mother felt more like a slap to the face than a satisfying climax to 9 years of content. Ted finally finishes his story about how he met his children's mother before revealing that she died and he wants to date Robin again. Yes, you heard it right. Ted decided to explain in excruciating detail every single woman he dated to his children who had recently lost their mother. Frankly, that is just not good parenting.
The point of the story is that
you totally have the hots for Aunt Robin.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You're grounded.
Number 8. Lexa, The 100.
Lexa!
In the first few episodes, this CW post-apocalyptic drama felt like a poor retelling of Lord of the Flies. This changed with the introduction of Grounders, humans that survived the end of the world. They were not only the most entertaining part of the series, but the main characters became considerably more interesting once they started developing relationships with them. The Grounders commander, the complex Lexa, was introduced in season 2 and quickly became one of the best characters on the show before being done in by a stray bullet a year later.
No!
This unexpected and anticlimactic death zapped the energy from season 3, which took the 100 a whole year to recover.
I need something to stop the bleeding. Be okay, just lie still, okay? Lie still.
Number 7. Curtis Donovan, Misfits. This one can't all be blamed on Curtis, as his departure just ended up being the straw that broke the camel's back. Misfits follows 5 delinquents who end up getting superpowers after being struck by lightning. Boosted by a terrific cast and some brilliantly dark writing, viewers quickly became enamored with the gang. Then they started to drop like flies, with Alicia Daniels' departure being a particular downer. By season 4, Curtis was the only original character left, surrounded by newbies that were not fun enough to carry the show on their own. The writing remained great, but it was hard to feel invested once the entire gang disappeared.
No!
Number 6. Jimmy Darmody, Boardwalk Empire.
Is that what this is?
An HBO series where a main character is killed off? Why, we never heard of such a thing. Boardwalk Empire seemed destined to be the new Sopranos, before shooting itself in the foot at the end of the second season. Jimmy's death was inevitable, as the wounds left by his time fighting during World War I never really healed, but it still hurt like hell when it finally happened. After failing to take out his mentor in a botched assassination attempt, Nucky got his revenge by blowing Jimmy's brains out.
And the only person left to judge you is your...
The series subsequently ran for a couple Jimmy-less seasons and was not better for it.
I am not seeking forgiveness.
Number 5. Brian Griffin, Family Guy.
God, look at this day, huh?
Viewers do not seem to agree when Family Guy lost the plot. Some say that it was around season 8, others believe that everything after its revival sucks, and a few would go as far to say as it was always terrible. But by the time season 12 started, nothing Seth MacFarlane cooked up could possibly surprise us, except maybe killing one of the Griffins.
Ryan, look out!
So Brian got hit by a car and went to doggy heaven. The surprisingly poignant episode hit home for anyone who ever lost a pet, but 2 episodes later, Stewie goes back in time and saves him, making the whole thing pointless and manipulative.
You're alive, my friend! What? Of course I'm alive. What the hell's going on here?
Number 4, Marissa Cooper, the OC.
Okay, pull over.
Where?
There's nothing worse than a meaningless death, especially when it comes completely out of nowhere. In its first year, the OC proved to be a massive hit, but was in decline just 2 years later. Showing that they were truly out of ideas, the writers decided to spice things up by axing off a main character.
Ryan, look out!
Marissa drew the short straw and bowed out after a tragic car accident. Sure, the moment served its purpose. It shocked viewers so much that they forgot to tune in for season 4.
Marissa.
Number 3, Maude Flanders, The Simpsons.
Hey, racing fans! Who wants a free t-shirt?
Alone Again, Natura Diddley is not the worst Simpsons episode ever, but it is the one that had arguably the worst impact. Maude Flanders was hardly anyone's favorite character, but she served as an able enough straight woman to the countless insane characters that populate Springfield.
Fire!
Ooh, a bobby pin!
Unlike everything that came before it, her death could not be reversed or ignored. It changed The Simpsons forever.
Oh my lord, she's dead!
Ignoring that Homer is at his absolute jerkiest during this episode, her departure ruined Ned's character, as he became a caricature of the person he used to be. He even goes on dates in the same episode Maude dies. Have some class, man.
Let's talk in August.
Number 2, Rita Morgan, Dexter.
Rita.
Dexter, the show and the character, lost everything when he found Rita lying motionless in their bathtub. During the climax to a season-long storyline, which saw the serial killer in a battle of wits and body parts with John Lithgow's Trinity Killer, Dexter arrived home to find the family life he had worked so hard to build shattered. The episode itself is damn near perfect, but Julie Benz's departure threw the series out of balance. She was the fire to Dexter's ice, and together they formed the heart of the show. Despite trying to replace her time and time again, Dexter continued to fall short.
Thanks, Ms. McKay.
Hannah.
No, you were right. I think we should keep things on a last name basis.
Number 1, Charlie Harper, 2.5 Men.
Hello, I'm Charlie's brother Alan.
Someone please explain to Chuck Lorre the difference between fiction and reality. After a falling out with Charlie Sheen, 2.5 Men lost its leading man and had to bring in a replacement in the form of Ashton Kutcher's Walden. Despite Kelso's best efforts, Walden and Alan failed to replicate any of the chemistry seen between the two brothers. To be fair, Lorre's decision to spend all of season 9 pissing on Charlie's character to get back at Sheen certainly did not help. Adding insult to injury, they dragged Charlie back in the series finale to once again kill him off in pathetic fashion.
Winning.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.